welcome to our live. Today we are celebrating. This is the first day of Black History Month. I'm so excited because I'll get to share with you throughout the month all the amazing recipes from the continent of Africa to all of the diaspora, USA, the Caribbean, and all over. I'll get to share with you some of my favorite recipes that are plant-based. Are you seeing one of my lives or one of my videos for the first time? Thank you for joining me. Please welcome. I want for you to subscribe, hit on the notification bell so that you can be notified on all our latest recipes, and welcome to our Healthier Steps family. So today what I have for you is potato and green beans done Southern style. So let's get started. Okay, so to start, what I'm gonna do is, so I have my green beans here, and they've been washed, and I have my organic potatoes, and they've been washed. So all I'm gonna do is chop my potatoes up, but I'm gonna start first with cutting up my onions, and I'm gonna give them a little saute. So welcome to our live. Welcome, come on in. Let us know where you're joining from. Again, my name is Michelle Blackwood. I am the owner of Healthier Steps website, where I share amazing content on health, on vegan food, gluten-free food, and so many amazing recipes. We are on Facebook, Instagram, we are on Pinterest, so we are also on Twitter. So please be sure to join us on all those platforms and stay with us now as we make southern green bean. I like this recipe because it's one of those recipes that basically is cheap but flavorful. So you can go to the ground, you can grow your own green beans, you can grow your own potatoes, and you grow your own onions and garlic, and you put together this amazing recipe that's all plant-based but super flavorful. Right? So we're warming up. Come on in, come on in. Come on, welcome to our live. One more second, let me share the live. I'm gonna share the live. I'll be right back. YouTube. Welcome to YouTube. Just like it. Come on in to our live. Welcome to our live. Let's get started. Okay? Okay.
What happened?
I'm on the line now. This came out. I just saw it. We get told. I'm on the line.
They recording.
It's recording, yeah.
No, but they hear you.
That's alright. But you know what it is about. I just get from the sofa.
You're hanging up on you?
Yeah.
See it?
I see it. Okay, we're back. Okay, so my oil is heated. I'm gonna chop up my onions and we're gonna saute the onions. And welcome guys to the live. My name is Michelle Blackwood from Healthier Steps. And I'm so happy you're here today. We're making southern green beans and potatoes. And my oil is ready. I have some oil that I put in the pan. And I'm gonna saute some onions quickly. Get these onions going. And if you are oil free, if you don't want to add any oil, I'm using avocado oil. You can always use vegetable broth or some water to saute your onions. Just use vegetable broth or water, and that will be fine. I like a lot of onions because onions are very good for you. So I'm gonna add, I think that's enough. Half an onion is good. I could add the whole. That's good.
Joanne says greetings from Kennesaw, GA.
From where?
Kennesaw, GA.
Georgia. Georgia? Yeah, nice, Joanna. Welcome to our live. We're making southern green beans and potato, all in celebration of Black History Month. So hope you try this recipe. It's one of my most popular recipes on my website because it's so flavorful. Lots of flavors going on today, and it's simple. It's simple, it's hearty, it's good for when you're having a large gathering. I like it to do this recipe, and I'm only just chopping my veggies. And you could do small, you could chop them large, it's up to you. Some people hate to see big pieces of onions. I don't mind.
Carlton's asking, what are you cooking today?
Okay, so Carlton, I'm making a simple dish. Green beans, fresh green beans, and potatoes. So far, I've sauteed my onion and my garlic, and all I'm gonna do is cut my potatoes. They're already washed. I like to keep the skin on because a lot of nutrients are in the skin. So once I make sure I purchase only organic potatoes, so I can go ahead and chop them up and include the skin, because all that vitamin C is in the skin. Actually, vitamin C, all that nutrients are in the skin. So I love that when you see the red, you realize that there's anthocyanins in it. So very good for you, especially the red potatoes. One of my favorite potatoes to have is the red, and I like the Yukon Gold. Let me know what's your favorite recipe. In this too, I should have added some zucchini. Zucchini would have been nice too in this dish. I might even go ahead and add some zucchini in a minute. I might go get some zucchini. Why not? We're gonna just
Joanne asked, what suggestion do you have to help with high blood
pressure.
Yeah.
The main thing is, the first thing is, it's a whole thing. I'd have to know everything you're doing. It's like your whole diet. It's not gonna be one thing, because blood pressure alone could come up from stress. It could be diet related. It could be, are you consuming too much sodium, too much refined food? So are you drinking enough water? So there's so many questions that I would ask you. Are you drinking enough water? Are you exercising? Exercising is very important to lower blood pressure. Are you getting enough sleep at night? That's another very important question. Are you resting enough at night? I'm coming back, Joel. I'm just getting the zucchini, and I think they'll look so pretty in the dish. Getting zucchini, I'm gonna wash them. I'll give them a quick wash. So it's a lot, and I'm coming back to talk to you. Because I want to talk to you first. I'll talk to you about your diet. So, Joanna, it's a multifaceted thing. It wouldn't be one thing, and over the online like this is not like the best medium. I'd have to talk to you more. But first, I would talk to you about your diet. Are you on a low sodium diet? Are you eating whole foods and not refined foods? Are you eating enough fiber in your diet? I talk to you about exercise. Are you getting enough exercise. I have the zucchini here. And exercise don't have to be rigorous. It could be just going for a walk every day, 15 minutes to an hour every day, especially an hour would be good. Just walking. You don't have to be nothing rigorous. It could be just walking for that time. And these are like the tops too. I use the whole because they're the baby zucchini. I'm using the whole zucchini, everything. And so it really, are you drinking enough water? What kind of water are you drinking? How much water are you drinking? You know, how much are you drinking sodas? Are you drinking fruit juices? Those ones that not fresh fruit juices, but they'll process ones in the store. Are you drinking? There's a lot of herbal teas too that actually lowers blood pressure. But are you on medication for high blood pressure? It's another thing I would ask you. Are you currently on medication? And if so, what medication are you taking? And then another question I'd ask, are you getting, like I said, the exercise? So are you getting those sunlight actually has an effect in lowering blood pressure? It's amazing, but sunlight also helps. So I'm just putting in a vegan bouillon cube, and I'm gonna add the water now, because I'm gonna add the water and I'm gonna let this cook. So I'm gonna go ahead and add some smoked paprika because I'm looking for the smoky flavor. So I'm gonna add a little smoked paprika because it gives a natural smoky flavor. So it's just paprika and it's been smoked. I'm gonna add some garlic powder. So I'm building right here. I'm gonna add garlic powder. I added the fresh garlic, but adding the extra dry garlic powder would help. And I'm gonna take a minute, I'm gonna go and show you something that we actually have in the oven right now. So I'm adding onion powder, and I'm adding extra onion powder. But I'm gonna share with you what I have in the oven. I'm gonna take it out. It's still not finished, but I'm just gonna take it out to share with you. So this is what I have in the oven, and this is actual onions. We're making our own onion powder, even though I buy store-bought. I'm sharing with you that when I use ingredients in the recipes, you can literally make this at home. So if you have a dehydrator, that would be great for it. I'm using the oven, and we just put this in probably an hour ago. So for about 5 hours, we let it stay dehydrated, at least 5, 6, how long it takes in the oven at a low temperature. Let it dehydrate. Then I'm going to blend it into making our own onion powder. So I'm going to put it back, and I'll be back. Right. So okay, and for back to Joanna with blood pressure, rest. Rest is so important. It's like one of the most important things is getting enough rest at night. You need to get to bed before midnight. You need to sleep at least 7 hours minimum. You need to sleep between 7 to 8 hours per night. Good restful sleep, and that means cutting out all the light. That means putting away all your electronics from the room, and just good sleep. That will help the body. It's good with hormone balance. See too, a lot of times, even blood pressure, women sometimes have hormonal issues and they're not even aware of it, and that could be causing blood pressure issues too. So there's so many things that could be underlying issues that can be going on with blood pressure. And also one of the huge, the most, I mean, this factor nobody else can help you with is stress. A lot of times it goes back to the person being under a lot of stress, or they react to stress. Some people, they go through stressful situations, and it's just like a breeze. It goes by, and there's other people, they internalize it. They don't let it out. They don't talk about it, and so all that stress is internalized. Any question, Jean? Good, we're good. All that stress is internalized, and what will that do? The stress do? The body is tense, everything is constricted, blood pressure goes up, and so all of that is related. So it's important for a balance, a whole balance. And so that's why I said even a one-to-one would be better, because I'd ask you more questions. And also, there are lots of stuff out there that once you do a meal plan, start exercising, drinking the water, there's stuff to do. It's a whole package. But I'm glad you're here. Thank you. Hope I answered your question. And any more questions, I'm here to answer. So right now, we're going to make the potato boil. It should only take about 10 minutes. 10 minutes to boil.
Randy says looking good so far.
Oh, Randy, welcome to our live. I'm so happy you're here. You're welcome. So it's cooking, and later on we're gonna add the rest of the ingredients. It smells amazing in here, that smoky flavor. It's really good. So once this cooks for about 5-10 minutes, then we're gonna add the green beans, let them cook, and the dish is basically finished. This is great as a side. All the flavors going on. It's just one of those amazing side dish. Or if you wanted to add anything else like a protein on the side, you can eat it with a protein, and you basically have a whole entire meat right here in this dish. Anything else? Any questions?
Carlton says most of the time people have blood pressure, then they drink water.
Water, yeah,
That
we
is the
talk
main
about
problem in people who eat on the road and the food.
Junk food, not eating healthy, not eating enough food with fiber. So sometimes a high fiber diet is very important. Where's my fan? A high fiber diet is more important. Guys, I'm in Florida, and last week it was cold. We did get real cold, down to where most of our plants that were not covered up, they basically, apart from the citruses, they basically burn up. And even the citruses, the flower, like if they had like flowers on them, little tiny oranges or whatever, they're gone. Okay. Any more comments? But I'm cooling down while the heat is
Joanne
here.
says, I'm not on medication. I drank at least 4 16-ounce bottles of water a day. Getting back into regular exercise routine. Whole food, plant-based meals. Not sleeping well though.
See? So Joanna, the rest is important. If you need to drink like chamomile tea, since you're not on medication, there's valerian, there's passion flower, there's so many kava, there's just so many stuff out there that you could try. I would start with the mildest ones, and that would be the chamomile tea in the evenings, and just unwinding sometimes, just being in a relaxing frame of mind, being alone, reading. For me, it's reading in the evenings, probably with soft music will make me fall asleep, or just reading the Bible for me is good, scriptures. And what else for sleep? And for me, I like ashwagandha. That's for me personally. So you can do some research on all the ones I'm talking about, but those just balance the whole system and helps. But the fact, if you're not getting the rest, I'm telling you, the rest will throw your body off. And so I'm glad and I'm excited that you're on the path to the exercise. And as a matter of fact, I'm gonna probably, I'll drop a link down below, because You can join me on Zoom tomorrow with my friend Marlene from Something Better tomorrow. We'll be exercising at 5 a.m. to 6 a.m. So this is the perfect time for you to join us if you can. And we'll be exercising as women only online. And it's a very tomorrow will be my first morning, but Marlene called me today personally to invite me, and it's going to be all women, and it's a place that we can feel safe and we can talk and share. So I am excited. I can't wait to stay, to go tomorrow. The main thing is I have to get to bed on time. I have to get to bed on time to get up 5 a.m. in the morning to work out, and I'd have to get up before 5 a.m. So I really would have to change my schedule around. So Joanna, you're welcome to join us tomorrow, and I'll drop the link in the Zoom link below. Okay. All right. So the potato is cooking with the zucchini, and it's well seasoned with my smoked paprika. There's onion, there's garlic powder, and next, I think the potatoes are coming, so I'm gonna go ahead and
Joanna says yes, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. So I'm gonna add some. You know what? Let me chop up some of these green beans. So I'm gonna chop up some. They've been washed already, and they look so pretty. So I'm just gonna chop them up rough chops and add some green beans. And the recipe is on my website, healthiersteps.com, and it is just one of those super flavorful recipe that you will enjoy. I love it because it's economical, it's not expensive, and it has all the nutrients that your body will need. And the flavor is there. I mean, I don't mind. Sometimes I like to leave the tips of the beans because it's said that it helps to lower blood glucose. I'll take the top off this one. Did I see a top? Yeah. But I like to leave the tail end. You can juice. For people who are diabetic, juicing green beans is very good for lowering blood sugar. So I love it. I love the color of the green. And so I'm also on a journey because last year I went through a lot of stress just keeping up with my website. So this year I decided to, I'm not rushing it, but being a part of healthy living. So got the component with the exercise down, the diet. I've been drinking lately. I've been liking it. I've been putting chlorophyll. So I don't know if anybody has tried chlorophyll in my water, and I'm loving that. Just adding some chlorophyll. As a matter of fact, I went even further and added some but this one is not for the faint of heart. I added some trace mineral, some shilajit, and that one is not for the faint of heart. I don't know if I can do that one every day. But I can do the chlorophyll daily. That one I don't have a problem doing every day. But boy, see, the potatoes are ready. See, they're ready. So now the green beans, another couple, 10 minutes again, 10-15 minutes, and I'll just add some green beans. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna layer the flavors. Any question?
Azumi Mana Noel says, hello from China. We thank you for your help.
Oh, thank you. Welcome. What time is it in China? I think it's, what time now? I think it's probably 3. Is it 3 a.m. in the morning? I'm adding some Bragg's liquid aminos. You don't have to add it. Since I already added the vegan bouillon, you could just add some salt. If you don't want to add it, salt to taste, but it also adds some smoky flavor. And I think I've added everything. And the last thing that I'm going to add. So let us know what time it is in China. I'm curious. I'm going to add a little cayenne pepper for a little kick. Little heat.
Bronson says coconut water is very good for blood pressure.
Yes, and coconut water is very good. It's good for dehydration too. So you can survive on coconut water because it's basically has everything you need in it. The coconut water is good for dehydration. So yes, it will be good for, my mom used to put lime in it. So I don't know, Carlton, if you know about that, putting coconut water with lime to lower blood pressure. So that's something I grew up with my mom doing. Um, and also soursop leaf my mom would drink. It calms the body. You can check that out too online, do more research. Just soursop leaf benefits, do some research on that. My mom would drink that also, and it calms the body, just calms the nerves, the overall system, helps you to handle stress. So also that would fall under ashwagandha, possibly maca too. They're in the same adaptogen type of herbs, so they're very good in the body in just balancing out everything, calming you. But personally, for me, ashwagandha, I just love ashwagandha. It makes me function even when I'm around a lot of stress. It keeps me calm. I've always been that kind of person though. That's why I worked in telemetry and I could work on a cardiac floor, because it's a stressful environment, but I'll be just calm, doing my stuff within that. So technically, the only time I go hysterical if it's something to do with my family. So when my children were little, if they get a cut, I'll be like, ugh, it stressed me out. I can't handle, I can't look. If it's not my immediate family, I can function. But if it's, so that's the only difference that I know. And I'm sure other people can relate to what I'm saying. And hope all is well where you are, where you're all coming in from. Thank you, Joanna, for joining us. Joanna is in Georgia. Thank you. Thank you, Hawaii, from China. I forgot his name.
Hagumi
Yes.
Bana.
From
Noel. So
Noel. Thank you, Noel, for joining us from China. Randine from Jamaica, thank you. And Carlton from Jamaica, thank you. We're so happy you're here. Thank you guys for leaving your comments. This dish is almost ready. Let's take a peep again. Look at it. It's basically almost ready. You just have to cook the green beans until they're tender to your liking. And then all you have to do is check the seasoning, if it has enough seasoning. And I like to leave it sometimes a little bit saucy. It's just amazing. What else could you add to this? Like I said, you can add any kind of vegan protein, whether you make some vegan burger from scratch. On my website, there's vegan sausage that's made out of oatmeal from scratch. You could chop some up, saute them if you want, add them to the dish, or say you would add some beans, whatever you would like. I would say you can make a whole complete meal out of this dish. Look at that. Perfect, easy to make, flavorful. So the children, they don't like green beans. This will be a dish for you to serve. You're going to a family gathering, this will be a delicious side dish to serve as well, to take along with you for serving, because everybody is going to love it. It's just, look at it, colors, everything is pretty much ready. Because if you like a little crunchiness in your green beans, this would be time for you to take it out. And you can tell that the green beans are tender. They are very tender. See, the green beans are tender, so they're basically, this dish is ready. It's ready to be served. Let's see what I have here. Wow, look at that. Look at that. Oh, I love this. See? A little potato. I like a little of the sauce. And I like a little bit of the zucchini. And there you are. Turning the stove off because it's basically ready. Ready. Beautiful. Easy dish for the entire family. You can double the recipe, triple the recipe, whatever you want. And your family can have a hearty, delicious meal that tastes amazing. See? It's gonna be hot though, I can't. Let it cool a little bit. I can tell that is some hot, especially with the potatoes. But guys, this is the recipe that I'm sharing with you today. in celebration of Black History Month. I know the dishes are coming straight from the continent of Africa, and they came down through generation. They might have changed or altered, but as I am a food blogger, and as the more I create recipes, I see so many similarities in the dishes that we make in Jamaica. There's just so many similarities. For instance, yesterday I made ugali from Kenya. So that will be on my website shortly today, as a matter of fact, later on. And that's basically what we call turn cornmeal in Jamaica, except theirs is plain, it's just the cornmeal and water. And then they eat it with a nice, like a stew like this, or the stew with a seasoned stew they will eat their ugali with. However, in Jamaica, my turned cornmeal, I was gonna make it today, so hopefully I'll make it throughout this month of Black History Month. And what we do, how I prepared mine, I cooked down gungo peas or pigeon peas. I cook that down. I season it with coconut, onions, garlic. It's so seasoned as a stew. Then I add, that's the base. Then I add my cornmeal, my coarser. So in Jamaica, we use the fine cornmeal. However, because I'm using organic corn, I mostly go for the coarser, the medium grain cornmeal, so I can get organic. And then I add that and I stir. Same method. So for me to make ugali, when I got the recipe from my friend in Kenya, Angela, when she gave me the recipe, it was so easy for me to make. I made a recipe, sent her back the photos, and she was like, wow, it was perfect. Because I'm so used to making Jamaican turned cornmeal. So all I did was turn it until it cooks in the coconut broth. And that's when I'm making the turned cornmeal. But to make the ugali, I did the same thing. Easy. And it just shows how these dishes have traveled from generation to generation, traveled to the Caribbean, and then we just use ingredients that we have locally in the Caribbean because we have a lot of coconut milk, we have gungo peas, so we use the peas and the vegetables, the seasoning, and then we took it to another level. But it's not like it's the same. It's the same because the ugali in Africa is eaten with a flavorful stew. So it's the same dish, but just different interpretation. So I'm so happy for the dishes that came from the motherland. And here now we can, use different ingredients because of where we migrate to. So it's so nice this month to be celebrating and to see how our people have moved all over the world, but yet we have so much in common wherever we are. And I can't wait one day to go to probably it's Ghana. I don't know. Maybe I'm from Ghana. I'm from somewhere in West Africa, maybe Sierra Leone. And I'm sure that I'm going to feel that there's somebody there that is my bloodline, It's my bloodline. That's just amazing experience that one day I'd love to enjoy. So let's see if I can eat this. Still hot. Still hot. I'm going to crush it because it's still hot. So good. You got to try it. This dish, can you imagine you turn potato and green bean turn in such a flavorful dish? Simple potato, and you enjoy it and you're like, you don't miss meat. The green bean is so tender. You see how quickly that green bean cook? Very, very tender. The potato, they're creamy. This is a meal by itself. You've got to really try this. I know you'll like it. And when you do, I want for you to come back and leave a comment below. This is so good. It's been a while since I made it, so I've forgotten how good it tasted. It's been a while. Sorry. Everything is just so good. And now I add the zucchini to it. I think I'm going to update the recipe. So because it's this month, I'm going to update the recipe and add the zucchini because No, but then I'll be straying from the original. I think it would. I just need to come up with another one. Oh, and there's a kick. There's a little spicy kick. I felt it in my throat. It's so good. There's a little spicy kick that tickled my throat just now. I'm hoping I don't cough. Because then if you're coming in now in the video, maybe thinking, oh, she has something. No, I don't have anything. It's just the cayenne. Guys, any more questions? Hope you enjoyed the live. And see you on the next live. Hopefully Thursday. We're planning for Thursday. Alrighty. Bye. Thank you so much. Share this video. Please share, comment, like, share, subscribe below. And see you on the next video. Happy Black History Month.